Hello, awesome people. I am specially welcome you to this awesome program once again, LTA Let's Talk Africa. I believe somebody will be impacted and there is a lot to learn today. Today, quickly, I want to take us through a topic I've entitled The Pettiness of Religion and How It Affects Our Collective Consciousness as Humans. Can I repeat that? The pettiness of religion and how it affects our collective consciousness as humans. Okay, stick with me because the topic today is quite interesting. Now, for those who have been following me, I have always stated, and I will repeat, that religion. Please note, there is a difference between religion and spirituality. Is that okay? As we go forward, you will understand where I'm coming from. I said religion has succeeded in producing lazy, irresponsible individuals who do not take account or responsibility of their life, but either blames Satan or blames God for their actions or inactions and for the things happening in their life. They never take responsibility of anything happening in their lives. They rather blame God or Satan for the outcome of their actions or inactions. And this I have proven to be right. As humans, we, to a greater extent, we are responsible for our lives. It is true. It is God that gives us life, but the life God has given to us becomes our responsibility to sustain, to maintain, and to keep it. Do you understand? I give you a simple example. As religious as you are, go to the main road, stand in front of the road. When you see a trailer coming, stand and see what will be the outcome. I can tell you for free, you will die for nothing. You will die without apology. You know why? You are responsible for your life. Now, when you go to the road and stand before a trailer, God will not prevent this trailer from hitting you. You have wisdom. You have knowledge, you have your senses working to know that when you stand in front of a trailer, it will kill you. So what do? You have to secure yourself. And that is why security is primary our responsibility, even though God looks after us. We have a responsibility to secure ourselves. Another example, you are sleeping in the night, you keep your door open because you are religious. Whatever happens becomes your fault because the tendency of you being robbed or you being harmed is very high. And that is why we must take this thing serious. Religion is affecting our consciousness as humans. The pettiness of religion. Sometimes when I see the way religious people behave and act, it burdens me. All right? Those who are following me know I have a call, and I've said it a million times. Number one, liberate my people from physical slavery, mental slavery, and religious slavery. Can I tell you something? Anybody who has succeeded in enslaving you religiously has succeeded in enslaving you physically. And of course, for someone to enslave you religiously, he has to mess up with your mind. You understand? He has to enslave you first mentally. Do you understand? And that of course comes in physically. Where a person cannot behave normal anymore, they begin to behave like a robot. Whatever happens, they think it comes from God. There are some religious people that think that everything that happens in their life is an act of God, which is very ridiculous. Because as long as you're on earth, things will happen. And it's your responsibility as a human being to take care of yourself. Take care of your body. Did you know you heard the story of a pastor that went out of religiosity? He went to do fasting and prayer for 40 days and 40 nights and he died. Was it God that killed him? No. He died out of ignorance and negligence. You have a responsibility to take care of your body. That is why you eat every day. That is why you drink water. So when you decide to starve yourself for 40 days and 40 nights because you saw in the Bible that Jesus did same, whatever happens is as a result of your actions. It has nothing to do with God or nothing to do with Satan. We must grow to the level where we become very spiritual and begin to understand that we have a responsibility in this world. Can I tell you something? Nobody was born religious. Everybody was born spiritual. Why? Because humanity is spiritual. Humans are spiritual. We have a spirit. So everybody was born spiritual. Nobody was born religious. You only learn religion from your school, from your environment, from your family. People were born into religious families, and as a result they were taught religion. Nobody was born religious, everybody was born spiritual. But instead of us becoming spiritual, our normal state, we rather go and learn religion and start behaving in a certain way. And this has proven to cause a lot of harm in our societies. Okay, look around you, especially in Africa. You can see for yourself. You don't need a soothsayer to tell you that one of the reasons why we are backward in Africa, I say it without apology, is because of religion and extremism in religious practices, where they teach in some religion that as long as a person is not of the same religion as you, he's an infidel. That means he's worth to nothing. He can die. So you see people killing another human in defense of their God. They say somebody has blasphemed, so they go as far as killing the person in order to please their God. Because according to what they've been taught, the person is an infidel. His life worth nothing. Why? Because he doesn't belong to the religion they belong to. We have seen teachings in religion where they say that if a person is not in the same religion as they are, he deserves to go through the bad things of life. Anything that happens to him is his fault because he has not identified with a particular religion. And by so doing, he doesn't identify with God. And by so doing, whatever bad thing that happens to them is okay. And that is why you see people celebrating others' downfall, because the person is not of the same religious orientation as themselves. Okay? Where somebody leaves a particular religion and they begin to pray for him or her to fall. And when anything tragic happens to the person, they are excited. I heard somebody telling me a story that one young man was in church, he was doing well, but when he left the church, a few months later, he died. And he was saying it was a result of him leaving the church, that's why he died. And I asked a question. Before he became part of the church, he was alive, wasn't he? So why would he leave the church and die? That means it has become an occult. Do you understand? You shouldn't be celebrating. You should be saddened by the death of your brother. But because of religious orientation, oh, he has left. So sometimes we are excited to see those who have left our religion suffer for it. Why must somebody suffer when he or she leaves a religion? He came with his own choice. He can live by his own choice. It shouldn't be a do or die affair. We shouldn't be celebrating when somebody falls. What is the essence of humanity? Remember, before we became religious, we were first humans, we were first spiritual. Do you understand what I'm saying? Please, let's not kill our humanity. What is humanity? Doing the little things, caring for the little things, caring for people, caring for your neighbor, caring for the poor. That is humanity. Caring for the needy. When your neighbor is going through something, you give a lending hand. That is humanity. Let's not kill humanity. Okay? The pettiness of religion and how it affects our collective consciousness as human. Now let me give you the dangers of religion. One of the things I admire about our forefathers was the fact that they were spiritual. They understood spirituality. Follow me carefully. Our forefathers, they understood spirituality, and to a greater extent, most of them were spiritual, not religious. Can I give an example? Those days, they own farms. They go for hunting. They have other professions. Now, when they wake up in the morning, they pray to their God. Okay? Pray to their God, thank God for the day, and ask Him for a fruitful day. They leave their houses, go to their farms, farm all day, hunt all day, do their daily duties all day, and they come back with harvest in the night and give glory to God for a successful day. But today, religion has turned everything upside down. Our forefathers understood that I have a role as a spiritual being to pray to my Heavenly Father, to connect to my God, but that does not stop me from doing what I ought to do on earth. Do you understand? Now, those people that preach that you don't need to do anything for you to succeed in life, just give and God is going to bless you, pray and God is going to supply, that favor is grace is favor minus labor. You don't need to do anything for God to bless you. As long as you're a child of God, you qualify for the blessings of God. Just keep praying and the blessings will come. If everybody is praying, who is going to do the work? And you and I know that without work, this world will die. Is that okay? If you and I are not working, who is going to work for us? It is work that sustains the earth. Our forefathers had this understanding that I need to pray to my God. I need to be spiritual and connect to my Heavenly Father. But that does not stop me from doing what I ought to do on earth, because I've been placed here to do certain things. But today, look at the narrative today, okay? Here's the case where the youth wake up in the morning, pray from morning all through to the night, and be expecting a miracle. And that is why they fall for the cheap schemes of miracle money. You need to be very dumb to believe in such a thing. There are miracle monies. Are you serious? Money, you pray. Say, I pray for angels to put money in your bags. Angels are putting money in your bags that you are taking tithe and offering. I pray that the angels should deposit money in your bank account. From which bank? Is there a bank in heaven? And you will believe and fall for these cheap schemes, and they call it miracle money. You can't make any money except you work for it. That is the only way. All right, because there are no banks in heaven. So for you to get a physical cash, you need to engage physically by going to work. This is how bad religion is breaking the minds of a lot of people. People cannot think beyond their nose. Do you understand? Their mentality, their thinking faculty has been altered. They think some certain way, they behave some certain way, they act some certain way. And this has to be corrected if we want to forge further as a people. Check. Societies that are not too religious are progressing, while the ones that are so religious, of course many of them in Africa, are retrogressing on a daily basis. Nothing seems to be working, yet we are so excited. God is here, God is here, but there is nothing to show that God is here. Do you understand? God is here, God is here. Because of 5,000 naira, a child dies in the hospital. Because of 50 cities, a child can die. God is here, God is here. Somebody who has an accident, they will not attend to him because he has not deposited money. God is here. But over where they are not too crazy about God, things are working. You have an accident, there is a free medical care for you. The emergency ambulance comes to pick you up, and they take good care of you. Your child doesn't need to die because of little money, but yet they don't talk about God as much. So it's very much important. As humans, we have a duty to be spiritual, but that does not stop us from engaging physically. I don't know how much I can say this, but I have to say it until it sinks into somebody's head, that as a human being, you have a role, you have a duty to engage physically. If you are not engaging physically, who is going to do that for you? If everybody is praying, who is going to drive the taxes? If everybody is praying, who is going to be working in the companies? Who is going to be in the construction site? Okay, the unbelievers, the worldly people should be doing that for us, right? Why we sit and pray, and at the end of the day, we ask God for everything while they are making everything with their hands. Who is going to produce the cars, the planes, and the rest of them? You see why we have to start using our heads? Because it was God that put the brain here. I said before that if God doesn't want you to think, He will not put brains in your head. What is wrong with us as a people? And that is why industrialization is dying in Africa. Work is dying. Everybody wants the cheap way. God is going to give it to me. My God is going to provide all my need. God is going to give me. God is going to give me. No responsibility of their life whatsoever. They want God to give them everything. It is something we must work on. And I know that in no distance time, we shall see the results we desire. Please, in our quest to be religious, let's not lose our humanity. Humanity is what is very important. The little things in life matter. That is what makes us human. You see somebody being attacked, like you go to South Africa now, gradually they're losing their humanity. On the street, somebody is being attacked by armed robbers with guns in broad daylight, and people are just walking and passing by. That is not humanity. Humanity is rendering help. A place where there are thousands of people, two people are robbing somebody, nobody wants to help. What kind of a society is that? You can be in a society and people be in danger and no help. When you are in the position to help, you are losing your humanity. Where you see life as something that matters, as the ultimate, that is humanity. Where you care for people, that is humanity. When you love people, that is humanity. Like I said, we were once humans before we became religious. Let's not lose our humanity in the quest of being religious. where we think that because a person does not belong to the faith we belong to, so he deserves to go through whatever he's going through in life. That is wrong, and that too must change. Every human deserves better. Everybody deserves the best in life, and nobody deserves more than the other. Nobody is more special than the other. People only have opportunities. Nobody is more special. The earlier you understand this, the better you begin to understand humanity. Let love be the ultimate. Let's give a helping hand when we have the privilege to do so. Do not lose your humanity in the pretense of religion, in the quest of being so religious. Don't lose your humanity. Nobody on earth deserves the worst. Everybody deserves better. And I tell you, in better situations, people can behave better. People can act better. I always say this. If you take the people in Africa and transfer them abroad, and take the people in America and bring them to Africa, they might even behave worse than Africans. The reason why Africans are behaving so bad is because the system is bad. It is a jungle system. People are fighting to survive, even though it is not a justification for crime. But you must understand the environment you are. You must have a self-consciousness of your environment. Do you understand? Everywhere in the world, people have the tendency to do evil, but it is laws and systems that tame them. The right system and the right law, where government care for the people, people will behave better. The crime rate in Africa is much because the government does not care for the people. I always tell you this. There is nothing wrong with you. There is no witch disturbing you. Nobody is stopping you. Your problem is that the government is irresponsible. They are not doing what they ought to do to make your life better. Have you noticed that most of the time when Africans go abroad, their religiousness reduces because most of the things they are praying for, the government is doing it. You get it now? Those in America are not better than those in Africa. The thing is that the opportunities are different. Somebody said, if you bring Bill Gates, Elon Musk, the world richest man, to Africa, before they became famous and rich, they wouldn't go anywhere. You know why? The system is stiff. The system is choking. These guys had opportunity and they had help. Anybody with help can do better. You must understand these things. And that is why don't look down on any human on earth, whether small, big, it doesn't matter. As long as it's a human, there is a soul, there is a spirit. Never look down on any human. Everybody has the potential to be great. All they need is the right opportunity to express themselves. So please, understand that humanity, the little things matter. And let's not lose our humanity in our quest to be religious. Nobody was born religious. Everybody was born spiritual because man is spirit. We only learn to be religious. Now let me give you an example. A child. Who teaches a child how to cry? Nobody. Who teaches a child how to eat and suck breast? Nobody. Who teaches a child how to talk? Nobody. Naturally, as the child grows, he begins to develop these abilities. You can only help a child to walk. You don't even teach him how to walk. You only guide him. Is that okay? So why must somebody teach you about God? And that is why every human have the tendency to know God, because there is a connection, there is a spirit, and God is also spirit. Do you understand? Do you get it now? So we were not born religious, we were born spiritual. Can I tell you something? Why are you a Christian today? You were a Christian because you were born into a Christian home. I'm talking about to a greater extent. Some Muslims are Muslim today because they are born into Muslim homes. Can I tell you something? You that is a Christian, if you were born in a Muslim house, today you would have been a Muslim. Whether you like it or not. You know why? Because of the environment you find yourself. Because by your parents will lead you into that religion, or some people around you might lead you into that religion. Let me ask you again. A man that is born in the bush, what religion does he belong to? None. But somehow, some way, he still connects to his God. Is that okay? So we must understand this thing. Humanity lies in the little things, the little help, the little act of kindness. That is what humanity, that is the foundation of humanity. The day we stop loving, our humanity dies. Even in the jungle, when a lion is attacked, another lion is around, he helps out. Elephant is attacked, he helps his fellow, and so on and so forth. So how come as humans, higher animals with greater intelligence, we cannot organize ourselves and be humans? Rather, we begin to behave beastly towards ourselves because of the demarcations of religion. I am this, I am that, I am so, I am so. It doesn't belong to my religion. For you to get the best of life, you need to join my religion, and so on and so forth. Please, let's not lose our humanity in the quest to be religious. Most religious people think they're better than other people, all right? And they think that those they are better than because of their religion, it is okay for them to suffer. No religion thinks it is subservient to another religion. Every religion claims to be superior. Every religion claims that theirs is the right one, the other one they are thought. The Quran says, "Blessed be the Almighty God who created the heavens and the earth." And sorry for the other people, talking about Christians who have deviated from the faith and who are wrong in their doctrines. Christians think the Muslims are wrong, Muslims think Christians are wrong, tradition, and so on and so forth. But one thing about spirituality, it is universal. Spirituality is spirituality everywhere. But religion brings what's it called, divisions amongst us. Do you understand? Every religion thinks it is superior to the other one, and that is why they can never unite. I'm better, this and that. Because I'm from this religion, I'm better than you. So because I'm better than you, whatever happens to you is okay, as long as you're not in my religion. Even sometimes, people of the same religion, something is happening to their brother. They say, okay, it's because of the sin he or she has committed, or it is God dealing with him or her. And this is a crazy mindset. This is a dangerous mindset, where we allow people to go through things, even when we're in a position to help, because we think that they are suffering from something they did wrong, or because of the religion they belong to, or the religion orientation they have. Unity is power. You must understand this. Unity is power. When the people are united, it is hard for them to break. You must understand this. It's very much important. So religious people think it's okay for others to suffer because they don't belong to their religion or have the same religious orientation. So because it's not of my religion, it's not my brother. The only person that is my brother is a person of the same religion. So whatever happens to him is his business. I am here. I'm only concerned about me. No. No. That mentality, we need to kill it. Now quickly, I saw a post on Facebook, and the whole of that day I was down as a person with human conscience. What happened? Now, Brazil have a carnival they do all the time, and to some ignorant people, this carnival is done yearly, on a yearly basis, right? They do it around February, March, if I'm correct. So shortly after the carnival, the video is everywhere, you can go and search for it. They named it Brazil Mocking God. Shortly after they did the carnival, there was some earthquake. No, sorry, there was some flood in Brazil where properties were destroyed and lives were claimed. Okay? And somehow, some religious people put some videos together. They put the carnival video and put the flood video and said that Brazil was mocking God, and that is why God is dealing with them with flood. And I was like, wow. And you see in the comment section, people said it serves them right. Somebody said in the next 10 years, Brazil will be wiped out from the face of the earth. Somebody said, God didn't even do it well. He should have killed all of them. And I'm like, wow, where is our humanity? Instead of sympathizing with these people for what they are going through, from going through a natural disaster as flood that happens everywhere, somehow we have taken an orientation out of it. Somebody has gone to join something together just to prove the fact that Brazil deserves to go through what they are going through, because in his perception they have mocked God and therefore they deserve to suffer. You know, religious people, in their quest to see their God work, they begin to lose touch with reality. They just want to see their God in action because they've been hearing so many things, they are not seeing it. So they are looking for every means to see God in action, to see God destroy. They only think that God is powerful when he destroys things. And God has to cause a problem, destroy, kill people. Then yes, our God is powerful. You can't mock our God and be free. And I looked at this video and it really pained me. What was the carnival about, right? Now in the carnival, there was a fair guy, let me use the lame word, white man, wearing a wig with a rope, and some people were beating him, okay, like they did to Jesus in the Bible. They were beating him up. And the guy that was beating him, some of the guys were beating him, they wear some costume, and some red costume with horns and holding a fork, and they described the one holding the fork to be the devil, and the guy they were beating in the rope, the wig with BS, as Jesus Christ, the Son of God. So they said they were mocking God. And I look at the pettiness of these people's mind, the inability for human beings to reason. First of all, what happened in that carnival was a drama. It was a play. Do you understand? The guy they were beating, they were not even beating for real. It was just a play. Have you seen the devil before? How do you know the color of the devil and how he looks like? Or you took the fairy tales they told you about Satan and you think that is how the devil looks like? It is so amazing how petty people's minds are. People can't think beyond their noses. They are confined. You know, their reasoning capacity is limited, whether consciously or unconsciously. So when I asked, so anybody that wears wig with BS, he's light-skinned and is wearing a robe, is Jesus Christ, is God. So your God is a human being. Please, can you answer this question? So anybody with BS that is fair, even some pastors I know were sharing this nonsense, and a robe is God. So God is a human being, is he not so? He is the Son of God. God is a human being. And because of the drama they played, God was upset. So let me deal with these people. And the only way to deal with these people, instead of fishing those that did the drama, he decided to destroy a whole city with flood so that he can prove that, yes, I am God. What kind of perception do you have about God? What concept do you have about God? You think God is a destroyer? He just be there, he get upset for a drama they did, and he said, okay, you mocked me, so I am the Lord. I'm going to destroy all of you. You need to start thinking like humans. So instead of feeling the pains of those people, sympathizing with these people, because of their perception of them mocking God, it was okay for they all to die. Some were even saying they should wipe up God should wipe up the whole city. You cannot mock God, and I was surprised. It is that bad. Losing our humanity just to prove a point, or just to in our quest to be so religious. So I ask again, anybody with a wig, BS, and is fair with a robe on is God, because you have seen God before. It is that bad. And anybody with the horns, wearing red costume with a fork, is Satan, because we have seen Satan before. And in so doing, you see, little things hurt them because of inability to think far. They have mocked our God, so they deserve to suffer. They deserve to do that. God is a human being. Little thing upset him. God has anger issues. He can't take anything little. He's upset. And they said God has destroyed Brazil. People were excited. Our God is a God of revenge. He's a man of war. You cannot mock God and be free. He must deal with you. Wow, really? Then this your God is wonderful. Humans were having a play. You were having a drama, and God got upset and destroyed the city with flood. What kind of mentality is this, for crying out loud? So I ask, the flood that happened in Nigeria, all right, was it because they mocked God and God was punishing them as well? The one that happened in Syria, Turkey, that claimed over 3,000 lives. Even the superstar footballer of Ghana died. Christian Achime, so rest in peace. He also mocked God and he died. Flood is a natural occurrence. It is called natural disaster, and it has nothing to do with God. Please understand this thing. Earthquakes are there. It has nothing to do with God. If God was that upset about people mocking him and all that, look at the things going on in Africa. And guess what? The people sharing this news were mostly Africans because of our short-sightedness and our inability to think as humans. They were sharing it. God is angry. He's going to deal with Brazil. La ba ba, blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, there are monks who don't worship your kind of God. There are occultists. There are fetish people. There are so many people in Africa here. Why has God not destroyed all of them? All your politicians that have been destroying lives and property for years, why have God not destroyed all of them? You see how people think? Then by now, the whole of Africa is gone, or probably all the rulers in Africa are dead, if God operates like that. People have a misconception about God. They have this idea of a God who gets upset at little things humans do and decide to destroy people and decide to kill people. Do you know how many children died in that flood? Did the children also participate in the drama? Are you guys okay? Pettiness. You can't think big. You're always so confined, small, knowledge. You don't want to learn anything. So Syria, they also mocked God. That's why they died. All the earthquakes and all the flood that have happened around the world, they also mocked God. That's why they died. What kind of mentality is this? You must grow to spirituality. You must grow to be spiritual, where you have a one-on-one connection with your God and not be in this religious drama. Where's our humanity? When people go through something as tragic as Brazil and we're here mocking them, where's our humanity? What makes us different from the devil if we are so excited to see people die and suffer because we think they have insulted God? Or they are not in the same faith as ours. Oh, you are suffering because you are not a Christian. You are suffering because you are not a Muslim. You are not in this, you are not in that. Let's change our mentality and begin to think like humans. Let's begin to be more spiritual and less religious, because religion is destroying lives and properties on a daily basis. Yet we can't see because we are all blinded. We are all blinded with this religious misconception in our head about God and how God operates, so we can't think far. And that is the essence of doing this video. Let's learn to love. Let's learn to appreciate. Let's learn to sympathize with people when something bad happens. I don't think that everything is as a consequence of what they have done. Because there are people doing worse, yet they are not dead. All the evil people in Africa, they are not dead. God did not kill them. It's people doing drama somewhere that God killed. We've left our issues in Africa. We are talking about people's problems. Spirituality brings us together. Religion puts us apart. And the moment you understand this, we are going to come to a great bond of success and growth. And I believe that at the end, Africa shall be great. Until I see you next time, I love you. Take this message, think about it, understand it, and grow. I'll see you next time. God bless you. Bye-bye.